Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome one of your favorites, doing some of her best stuff, Shann Carr.
I had never thought or been interested in boys, so sexuality had not entered my mind. I'd never heard the word gay or Nelly or queer or fag or swish or none of it. Like, I'd never heard any of it. It had never ever occurred to me. And then my senior year in high school was the only time there was a bratty kid in a class called Love, Marriage, and Family Life, taught by Sister Mary Bulldog, which was confusing. And this class, some kid asked the teacher, "What about gays?" And Sister Mary Bulldog said, "There are gays and lesbians, but not here in North America." And I didn't know enough about them to think anything of it. So that was the last I ever thought. Whatever they are, we don't have them. I need not concern myself with them. But everyone in my whole family found out I was gay because I told them. And the only person, there's always one, they say, "Don't tell grandma," or whatever, "Don't tell grandpa, don't tell your father." For me, it was "Don't tell grandma, because it will kill her." Thank you, because wow, I've never made the audience say it, but we all have been told it will kill her. So grandma actually found out that I was gay because she drove by a huge marquee at the Northwest Service Center that said, "Friday night, lesbian comedian Shann Carr." Oh my God. So my grandma went home and she called my mom. She's like, "Mary, I don't know if Shann is a lesbian right now, but apparently Friday at 8 o'clock she will be. You might want to call her. I don't know if you can stop it." She is scheduled to be gay at Friday at 8 o'clock. I made my father go to a Kate Clinton concert because I thought that would be a good way for him. She's a brilliant comedian that didn't come out of their body. Right, so it'd be a good way for them to start getting adjusted to what gay comedy would be like with someone that wasn't their kid. And I told my dad, "There's gonna be 1,000 lesbians and you, okay? So just be prepared." He's like, "Oh my God, oh 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 my God." And we get in the lobby, again, the Northwest Service Center, and he's standing there and he goes, "There's a guy." I'm like, "No, Dad, that's not a guy." He goes, "Well, that's a guy." I'm like, "It's still not a guy, Dad. I'm sorry, not a guy." He goes, "Well, he's got a..." I'm like, "Dad, come here." 20 years ago, they came up with an Arm & Hammer baking soda tampon. Some guy in charge of research and development decided, well, it works in a drain, it works in the fridge, it ought to work on a vagina if you put some baking soda in the thing. So they put baking soda in this tampon. And I don't know if you remember like the Brady Bunch episode with the volcano, they had baking soda and vinegar. Well, vinegar douches were the thing. So you would have a baking soda tampon and a vinegar douche, and your cooch would explode all of a sudden. You have no idea. It would be like, you'd go to the emergency room like, "I have no idea what happened. It just started frothing. I'm not angry. I haven't done anything freaky. It just..." I don't know if you've done gay conferences, but if you go to a gay conference at some hotel somewhere in the country, there's the gay thing, and then something that doesn't mix with the gay thing happening at the same hotel. And at IML, I think it was 90, probably International Mr. Leather 90, it was this huge hotel, and there was International Mr. Leather and a high school senior prom. And I got in the elevator in the lobby with me and 10 beautifully dressed, decked out, gorgeous leather men. And the elevator closed, and the elevator went up to the mezzanine, and it stopped. And standing outside was the most beautifully dressed prom couple. Frozen and horrified at the sight of us. We were equally frightened by the prom children. So there's just this moment where everybody is frozen, and all of a sudden the biggest, butchest leather guy reached all the way through, and he grabbed the young lady by the shoulder of her gown. He goes, "Oh my God, it's pink chiffon. I wore that to my prom too. Get in, let's go." A couple of years after that, then I became adopted by the Bears. Now, I'd seen bears in other events, in leather events or at a beer bust or something, but I'd never been with 500 big furry round dudes all at once. And you know how a gay event is? There's a meet and greet, and then a cocktail party, and a cocktail party, and a cocktail party, and an AA meeting, and a cocktail party, and a pool party, and a cocktail party. MCC so anyway, I've never really been the girl to go to the pool party because I am a little shy in a bikini in front of everybody and everything. So I was not going to go to the pool party. So I was walking through the lobby and all of a sudden I looked in and I swear there's 250 big brown hairy guys in Speedos frolicking in the pool. I was like, I'm getting my suit. I am going. I ran up to the hotel. I'm like pulling on my bikini. I'm getting ready to shave. I'm thinking I'm going to be the skinny bitch at the pool party for the first time in my entire life. Right? I'm grabbing out the razor. I'm getting ready to go. I'm like, oh my God, it's hair. They'll love me. Oh my God. I thought, I got to be a bear. So I've had fun with all the little subsections of subsections of subsections of homosexuals. And then all of a sudden, the cruises were really it for me. And the first cruise I went on, my mom was a little worried, sending me out in the middle of the ocean. She said, oh, I guess if something terrible happens, at least women and children get off the boat first. I'm like, not on this trip, Mom, I'm sorry. I really think it's Twinkies and Queens are first, you know. They're expecting the dyke to fix the ship if something bad happens. They're thinking, I'm gonna be the one to help them out. Now, of all the years of being on the cruises, I've worn 75,000 costumes. Only once did I make a costume out of spite, because the guys always outdo me no matter what I do. And for White Party, I'd been a bride and a nurse and a maid and every white thing I could be, and I finally decided to go dressed as a tampon. And I just had a big towel wrapped around me from here to here, with a big rope coming out from between my breasts, and a little tag that said super on the side. They had no idea what I was. It's hard to be the girl sometimes. And they were like, you don't have to fish for compliments. We think you're super. I was so angry. Finally, I was like, I am a super tampon! They were horrified. They were traumatized. And watching the news travel across the deck was worth $1 million. They would tell two friends who told two friends, and they would go, she's the one, she's the one, she's the, oh my God. So you could watch the news travel. I was finally vindicated. I was finally happy for exactly 4 minutes before they came out of the cafeteria with ketchup bottles and chased me. They eventually grabbed me by my hands and feet and threw me in the pool to see if I'd puff up. I was not happy. One of my first cruises, there's a white party. On the last night of the ship, there's a white party every week. And time again, it goes till 6 o'clock in the morning. There's a laser guy who shoots the most amazing laser show into the sky and into the water. It's so spectacular. And like 6 in the morning, we're all dancing in the middle of the ocean. These lights are going and the music is beautiful. And all of a sudden we saw a Princess cruise ship come up next to us. And then I guess in fear, it backed away. And then all of a sudden, a few minutes later, we saw it on the other side again. You couldn't help but notice it. And then again, it backed away. So we laughed and, made up little stories about it. But the next morning, the captain, who we'd been on his ship a couple times, grabs me and says, you, the comedian, come, I have to tell you. Says, this morning at 6 a.m., there are thousands of people on the deck of the ship screaming and dancing. And the Princess cruise captain calls the bridge of our ship. He says, it is 6 a.m. There are 1,000 people screaming on the deck of your ship. There are distress shoots of light going into the air. Are you going down? Are you going down? And the captain is like, yes and no. I can't explain what's happening on our ship this particular week. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. It was my pleasure to play with you.